Hi, it's me. Haha. So, doing a tier list with me in the corner, because I like this demon guy. I'm doing a tier list of all of the insane demons I've done for the Insane Demon Challenge I've been doing the last couple months. Currently, as of recording this, I am nearly done with them. This is going to be a two-part recording. I'm going to do the other part when I actually am fully finished. On the second to last level, I have 89 on it, and then on the last level is going to be quite a bit easier, so I'm going to be fine. It's probably just going to be finished by then. So for now, I'm just going to go through as many levels as I can in one sitting. We have S through F tier, of course. We have 52 levels to discuss, and I'm a big camera shy. I'm not, but I'm a bit inexperienced on camera, so if I look a bit weird or awkward here and there, it's fine. I'm probably not going to keep that in. Me. Starting up with Supersonic, the first level I did. This was the kickoff of the entire thing, of the entire show, basically. I don't like this level all that much. It's not that good. Honestly, it's just super unbalanced, really inconsistent, full of trash fucking timings. It's super iconic, to be sure, and I also beat it pretty quickly, got pretty lucky with the ending. Not to mention things like the memory ball are just really weird. Though iconic, perhaps, they are quite mid parts. Even the better parts in this level aren't that crazy good. But overall, as an entire piece, I think it's subpar. I think it's like a 4 out of 10, so I think it's around D tier. The next one, this is a banger. We have Clubstep Reborn by Boy of the Cones. So, it's a dumb fuck level. It is basically just Clubstep with a fuck on a straight fly and a single swing copter, like I've mentioned before. I think this is a complete waste of oxygen, but it's also extremely funny. And as you will be able to notice, I think funny is very important in a levels factor. I want to be interested in something I beat, and if I find something funny or dumb or weird, I will oftentimes find it more interesting. For that reason, I'm going to place it in C tier. I also quite enjoyed it because, once again, I'm very good at ship, traditionally. I'm also very good at ballcopter. And those are like the only two hard parts of this entire level, except for one UFO. And maybe that one mini wave that I almost died to when I beat it on like 6 different spots. But in general, if it's a ship level, I'm going to like it more. I'll just tell you that. 9 Circle X. This one sucks ass. It's just the official sequel to 9 Circles, but it does everything awful. It's just 9 Circles if it was a complete waste of oxygen. It is so trash. It plays like ass. The pre-drop is super annoying and long and boring and buggy. Holy shit, that ball sucks. The coins in this, don't go for them. Overall, I think this is just a really unbalanced mess of a level that fails at being a sequel. It's also one of those things that you think is going to be okay, and then you play it from 0 bit, and then you get absolutely destroyed. I remember having practiced this. I've went for this a couple times. I practiced it, and then I got stuck from 0 for a good day. And with that, I mean a day as in a full day of playtime. This is completely miserable to play in every sense of the word. I'm putting it in E tier. I've been hovering over it. It's E tier. Don't play it. Just stick to the original. Stick to most, not all, most other Circles levels, even in this difficulty range. Chroma by Ren241. This is really subpar. The ship is the hardest part of the level with the fun wave. Or the cool wave, I guess. It also has a couple of bugs, but nothing special, really. It's just not that good. That's basically all I can say. I got really lucky on it, admittedly. But it's another level that I dropped before, so I had a crap ton, just a ton of pre-practice. And I still didn't like it that much. But in the good life of me, I can't put it in 9 Circle X tier. I do think it's probably... no, you know what? Supersonic, I think, is slightly better, but they're both around a 4 out of 10 in general. Golden Shade. This is the one I feel very split on. It's going to be one of several I feel very split on. I think this level conceptually and decoration-wise is really cool. The base gameplay is fine. I have no issues with it, though the pre-drop is a bit slow. That's completely fine with me. I'm used to it at this point. It's just that the fucking waves are so dumb. It isn't one of those things where it's at least fun dumb. It's just annoying dumb. But I do still, I don't know, I feel very similar to it as I do to Clubstep Reborn, but basically the exact opposite way, where I like everything but the gameplay instead of I like the gameplay and I like that it's funny. I hope it's obvious that this is above Clubstep Reborn, but still. It's just a really weird level to have an opinion on because I hated playing it, but I like the level a lot. And it's just really odd to talk about. Arcade locked! Yes! Peak! So this is the first peak. This is not the first peak, but this is the first peak on the list. This level is ridiculous. ridiculous. It is so stupid. It is just it's just such a dumb remake of Deadlocked. It does everything wrong you could physically do wrong in a level, and that's kind of why I love it. I don't really have words for how I feel about this thing. It is a guilty pleasure beyond all guilty pleasures. I enjoyed this thoroughly. I think the gameplay sucks complete ass. I enjoyed this thoroughly. I think this is really funny. The boss fight in this level is one of my favorite parts in any level ever, because it's just, why? Why is it like that? In general, this is one of my favorite Deadlocked remakes, ironically enough, even though it's extremely stupid. Also, I didn't even mention this beforehand. This is going to take into account both how much I like a level, how good I think a level is as a piece, and how much I enjoyed it. I think all three of those are very important factors. People oftentimes leave out one or the other. I'm just gonna try and mix them all together as best I can. Case in point, Dark Rainbow Rebirth. It's gonna sound familiar. This is a level I feel very split on, because on the one hand, the part in the thumbnail, funnily enough, the UFO is so goddamn such horseshit. And there's a lot of parts in the pre-drop especially that just play like complete dick. But it's also a level I have very strong nostalgia for. It's a level that I'm very happy I beat. And it's, in general, I've always thought it was kind of cool. And I'm still gonna put it in C tier, though above Clubster Reborn. It is also really hard. This is the hardest level on the list so far. The previous title of that going to 9 Circle X, because 9 Circle X is, I think, now Legacy IDL, and then, oh no, Golden Shade is also Legacy IDL. No, 9 Circle X is 140, and Golden Shade is Legacy. Then you have Dark Rainbow Rebirth, which is, I think, almost mainless still, so. This is fucking amazing. I didn't expect to be such a big fan of This is one of my favorite insane demons in the entire game. This is one of my favorites I've done for the challenge. In general, what you're going to notice is that I picked a lot of levels that are really stupid and weird in one way or another. Is just really funny in name. It's also a Roy Mousy level, and in general, I've liked a lot of the Roy Mousy gameplay I've played, which is really odd because I think his gameplay is complete shit. But the idea, once again, around Dark Rainbow Rebirth difficulty, according to the Insane Demon list, I disagree, but it's just a really, really fun level to me. I think it looks pretty good, even though it's just a shit ton of glow. I think the level pulls it off pretty well. And besides that, it's just not that offensive of a level. It is a Dorami verification, and it has a ridiculous lost click. The balancing isn't the greatest, but I actually love it when a level's slightly unbalanced, especially in a way that this is. There's just one really big complaint, which is there's one click that is, to me, I don't know if it's actually frame perfect, but it's very close to frame perfect. You can't set up for it properly. It's like a 28 or some shit. That is pretty awful. But aside from that, I think the level is, gameplay-wise, basically flawless, and I love it for that. And once again, it's a funny name. Doesn't hurt the level. Hey, look, another one I'm split on, Layak. So I think this is a really well put together level. It's a really nice looking level. The gameplay's pretty good, but I really didn't like playing it. I did not have a great time. And in general, I feel like this is very overrated. There's a lot of hitbox issues. It lags like a bitch without using the LDM, which is really weird because it doesn't look like it should at all. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. Yes, underneath Arcade Locked. It is very much personal preference at the end of the day, but Layak as a whole piece didn't really click for me, and I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad about that. I feel pretty sad about that because it's such a cool level, super iconic. I used a cool mashup for it, which that's the case for a lot of these coming up, and also for I used the Hate War mashup that might have swayed my opinion slightly, but still, I'm going to judge it the way I know the level and the way I beat the level. So I hope that's understandable at least, and even if it's not, f you. Deadlocked V2 by Small. The most fun I've ever had in the game was with Deadlocked V2 by Small. But this is, hey, it's another level I'm really split on because I feel like this is one of the worst things ever made. You can't see it, but behind the V in the V2 is a yellow portal in the mini wave. After that is a complete dog shit transition. Before that is an inverted slopes, including wave spam part. It's so messy. It is so weird. It is so unpolished. It's such a piece of shit, but I can't for the life of me hate it. It is so dog shit. But I just don't hate it. It's one of my most iconic completions now. It is it's so dumb, but I had such a blast with it. My mashup for it is one of my favorite things I've ever made for any level ever. So, because quality-wise, this is like E or F. No, like E if I'm being very generous. But then enjoyment-wise, it's like SS. It's genuinely some of the most fun I've ever had playing the game. I'm gonna split the difference and just put it at the bottom of C tier. Yeah, that feels good enough. such a weird level to rank. It's one that you really don't like as a level, but that you really enjoyed. It also starts with it starts off with an F-bomb, which is a choice. So yeah, quite a strange one to rank. Dark Travel. These were all of the levels, and this is the last of the levels I chose for myself. Dark Travel, I think Dark Travel's really good. I didn't love playing it, but I didn't expect to really love it because I've in general not loved XL Jonathan levels. But TD2 is okay, but besides that, most of them I've really loathed. This one wasn't my least favorite by any means, but I also got really unlucky, so it doesn't help. I think I would put this right above Layak because I enjoyed it quite the same amount, which is not that much, but in Dark Travel's case, I enjoyed it about as much as I thought I would, and then Layak I was really disappointed by. Plus, I just think Dark Travel's thematically better. A discussion you can have, whatever, but I'm not going to, whatever. Also, if you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. You know, I just sometimes get the impulse to do that. Those were the levels discussed in the first episode of the Insane Demon Challenge. Xanthic Alpha. It's the first level swap. We did this one with Dwibble from my server, also long-time member. Not anymore, but was a long-time member, still a loyal viewer. So Xanthic Alpha is super mid. This is such a ridiculously mid level. I have no real strong opinions on it. Well, except that the last ball's annoying, that the pre-drop is really consistent but has a couple weird clicks, and that the middle is really just lordy. Yeah, it's just an easy tier Insane Demon to me. I don't really feel that strongly about it. I'm sorry. Sorry to Will. I want to talk about it more, but I really don't have much else to add. Purple Kingdom. This one I didn't like. I can't even lie. The song is really good. It actually bumps it up maybe half a tier, but in general I thought this was very subpar. I got really annoyed, even though I fluked it. The beginning of the drop is impossible. It is so much too hard. And I don't, just in general, I don't like balancing where the level has an easy section, then an impossible section, and then a couple of easier sections. That's just some really annoying balancing to me. Some of Roblox levels do that, which is the reason I know I hate it as much as I do. This level looks quite okay. I like the vibe it has, but I don't feel very strongly about it. I'm gonna put it at the top of D tier. Which I know a lot of people like that one especially, so might be disappointing, but opinions are opinions, you know? Now we have some true peak. Glubux. It's all so stupid. Just a level that was intentionally made to be dumb and shit, and it has an anime wall literally as its deadliest obstacle. It has extended hitboxes for some reason. And then it, of course, has the Russian kid that I genuinely do think looks like Woolsey. And then at the end, he just transforms into the most awkward playing, impossible boss fight of death you've ever seen in your entire life. This is hard carried by Funny Factor. I'm gonna put it here. It's too high. It's too high. I got slightly annoyed while playing it, but I was expecting to. It's just a level that I conceptually and execution-wise really like. It is such a... I made it because I thought it would be funny level, and that energy really goes a long way for me. Plus, in general, I do think that there are some really fun parts. So, yeah. It is awkward, though. I totally understand. You could put that level anywhere in the tier list and I'd agree with you. The Blood Room. One of the ones I sadly don't have on recording because the recording bugged for some reason. I fluked this from like 63. It's a surrogate heart demon. I think it's a heart demon. It's even close to the heart demon phase right now where I'm holding it. This is the easiest level on this list so far to me. It looks like complete dog shit. This might be the worst looking level I've ever beaten. Not only is it really funny, it's also not that terrible to play. It does have some pretty pathetically awful parts, but it's not that awful to play. It gets really consistent, especially the first half. If you're good at wave, and you're good at spam, this will be a cakewalk and probably actually pretty fun. It has so many stupid ideas that I just love. The only parts I don't like are the UFO parts, which they do actually suck. I think I'm gonna put this at the top of C tier. Yeah, top of C tier. Because I like it a good bit. I think it's really iconic. It's a level that introduced one of the big introducers of bat levels. Of course, it has the funny skull. It has the stupid drop. It got me a pretty decent chunk of views that one time. It just looks so awful. I can't ignore that. I'm doing full package. I have to think of the fact that it looks like complete dog shit. Yeah, I can't for the life of me put it any higher or lower than C tier. Teehee:3, the furry sounding ass level. This is a weird one. This is the hardest Insane Demon I've done. This is, spoilers, I know the difficulty of the last two levels on the list. This is impossible. This is like a tier 22 to me. This is so fucking hard. I consider this harder than every single beginner tier Extreme Demon I've beaten. And that includes stuff like Cyclone, like the higher end. This is so hard. It is very well made. It is unbelievable levels of consistent. I eventually just got to the ending. I think it was some of the people that might have been watching might have remembered this better than me, but I think I got to the end like 8 or 9 times in a row at one point. And with the end, I mean past the wave that you see right here, which is at like 75. So that's absolutely insane. I got completely steamrolled by this. But it's very well made. I just really hated my experience with it, and that really taints it to a B tier instead of what it was probably going to be, like a lower end A tier. Thanks, Kringles. Also, I didn't mention this. I completely forgot. Pro Kingdom was with Pulsar. The Blood Room was with Aquatic. He still hasn't done his part of the deal, but he's going to, right? And Globuxo was from Cool Flat, and I gave Cool Flat Ram Breaker. I think that's a funny detail. Hughes Matt gave me Rebellion, which I don't like it that much. Though I do appreciate the fact that it's a remake of a bunch of funny game levels, and my funny game video is still one of my favorites I've ever made. I just don't like how this executes it. Apparently I did some parts wrong, which couldn't have helped. But there's one part in particular, one memory cube in the middle, or the later, like the beginning of the last third of the level or some shit, like 70%. That is just complete horseshit, and that I really, really hate it. I got stuck in this way longer than I should have. In general, it's a cool concept, and I like Brian's levels, so I'm not gonna be that cruel on it. I'm just gonna put it right above Chroma and right below Supersonic. Feel very similar. No, I actually don't feel similar at all about these, but it's a level I feel, once again, pretty mixed on. Just this time a bit more negatively, sadly. Yeah, Finger Dash V3 is F tier. might be one of the worst levels I've ever been. This was a trait with Andre J. Stickman in the YouTube comments, or Servo, if you're in the Discord server. I gave him Speed Core because he gave me this, and I got really mad. He deserved it. Fuck that. If you give me Finger Dash V3, you get all the wrath coming to your side. It is just a total failure of a remake on all fronts. It is such an abysmal abortion of a fucking level. Not only that, I also got completely steamrolled by this too, due to me jumping in an auto part at the end, but whatever, that's a detail. That's just worth ignoring, you know? I still got completely owned. This level has several deco errors. The pre-drop is so awkward, it's unparalleled. The spider's so bad. Every dash orb corridor has extended hitboxes because fuck you. I do think the ship is okay, though I did get really annoying because I got stuck in the level for so godforsaken long. The robot has some stupid shit. The wave is so easy, it's not even worth mentioning. And then the duel is so buggy. It works so much worse from zero than when you're practicing. It's so dumb. So yeah, I think that's a pretty deserved F tier. Also, it looks like complete shit. UB Games for making that. Now we go on to the month, or the period I did a bunch of 9 Circles levels in a row, starting with Catastrophic. This one is also bad. It's not as bad as 9 Circle X, that's for sure, but it's a really well synced, but yet very poorly thought out and unbalanced choke point heavy. It looks like it has the same song as Problematic. I think this is like top of E tier. I used to like it a lot more. It has some really satisfying parts, but it also has some complete dog shit. The ending got completely ruined by the update. Same goes for the final ballpark, got completely ruined by the final update. Pre-drop is really annoying from zero. And then the mediocre to decent wave gameplay with a couple of insane choke points just doesn't hold it up for me. Yeah, I think it's pretty dog shit. Now my least favorite insane demon I beat for this, Planet Circles. That's maybe a bit of a spoiler, but this is my least favorite insane demon in the entire game. Because as a general, altogether put together piece, it is my bottom one currently. I see no redeeming fucking elements in this at all. There's nothing whatsoever I like. It looks like a shitty version of Astronaut 13. It plays like complete ass. It is so awful. It's just, oh my god, the beginning of the wave. And you get to the wave every fucking 10 minutes because the pre-drop is not only really hard, but also stupid long. So you just sit there waiting for 10 minutes just to die to the most annoying wave ever, and then you pass the wave and you get to the most awkward wave I've ever played. Plus, I didn't get, this didn't happen to me, but this did happen to, I think it was Pulsar actually. You could die to the last auto cube, which is absolutely infuriating. This level almost made me quit this entire challenge, which says a lot, because that's the only one that even got me close to that. Not even levels like Finger Dash V3 got me to that point. It made me just so miserable. And yeah, I think it's a straight F tier. I don't even think it's funny. That's like the worst part. It has like one funny thing, which is you have escaped. But if you're playing it, it feels like, yes, fucking finally I have. Thank you for one push it to the right direction, piece of shit level. Oh my god. It's such a waste of data on the servers. I fucking hate it. So yeah, there'll probably be a more structured rantier review about that level. But there's genuinely nothing at all I like about it. Not one element. The song is also complete dog shit, but that's a nice circus level. What did you expect? Okay, after that rant, mini rant, Frozen Jawbreaker. This is mid. This might actually be the most mid thing I've ever beaten, together with Zenthic Alpha. It's just so unremarkable in every sense of the word. Yeah, I think it's complete dog... not complete dog shit. I think it's like super mid. It has some fun parts, some annoying parts. The pre-drop is like Jawbreaker, really fucking easy and boring. And the wave gameplay is satisfying, but also quite unremarkable. And so it just kind of depends on how fast you beat it, I guess. I beat this in an amount of time that leaves me very neutral. Crying Souls. This is one I enjoyed a lot more than I think is good. I'm just gonna put it here for now. That's not my final placement, but I'm gonna think. Because I think it plays pretty well. It has some really dumb parts, like the moving objects in the waves suck, of course. Of course, it looks super dog shit. Oh my god, it looks so bad. But in general, I just think it's kind of inoffensive, as weird as that might sound. It's also pretty funny. There's a couple of really dumb coins, though. If you go for the coins, this is a full tier lower. I think I'm gonna put this somewhere in C tier, like above Golden Shade, yeah. Because I think the level's bad, but I just really enjoyed it, so that's just my take on it. Ice Carbon Zust. This is awful. I'm one of the only people that didn't hate this thing, but even then I can recognize this is so dumb. Such a dumb shit level that I don't feel very positively on. But I also don't hate it, because it's just ship. I'm telling you, if it's ship carried, I'm gonna automatically like it like 2 tiers more, which is saying something that I'm putting at the top of D tier, yes, above Purple Kingdom. Because as dumb as it might be, and as unbalanced as it might be, it has some cool ideas. I don't know, I think the post drop, or everything past the ship. Now the secret way actually got fixed apparently very shortly after I beat it. But even if you play it with the secret way, the ending actually plays decently. And so I don't know, I feel very lukewarm on Ice Carbon Zust. Very lukewarm, very room temperature. Swiftness, this is dog shit. This is so bad. I'm impressed. How do you make a level this bad? How do you make a level that functions like complete... It just doesn't. It doesn't function. I did beat it with a funny mashup, so that improves my opinion on it, but I don't really want to have the stupid mashups I use for most of these carry my opinions on the levels. Do I want to put this in F tier? Because it's inexcusably terrible. It has no good parts. Pre-drop is super long and boring, and then the fucking drop is also boring. And then you just get the 3 of the worst duels I've ever seen. But it's also really creative. It's very experimental. Bottom of E tier. Actually, yeah, no, bottom of E tier. I think this is such a shit level. If it's in a very low tier, that doesn't mean I don't want anything to do with it. That's just my overall opinion. I think I'm more positive on the level than I think it's good. Personally, as an opinion piece, I think it's like C tier. But then the gameplay is F minus. I even gave it a very rare G tier because it's complete RNG, which G is gambling tier, by the way. And I think it looks really mid to bad for its time. But I do think, once again, it has enough good ideas to push it out of F. Post-editing seal here. I accidentally forgot to record the entirety of the Stereo Demoness part. Apparently, I just didn't add it to the tier list. My bad. It also doesn't count for the contest. Don't worry. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Stereo Demoness when I played it. I thought it was very fun. It is very first half heavy, and then it has a couple choke points in the second half, which can be really annoying, but then again, I did get lucky on it. In general, I've always liked the level. I think it looks cool. I would have put it in somewhere in the middle of B tier, if I had to be honest. Around where Layak is. That's around the place it would go. But yeah, doesn't count for the contest, and my bad, y'all. Don't worry about it, and we'll just continue with the video. Hazard Sector 1. This one is going F. Holy fuck, this one sucks. It's just one of the shittest memory levels you've ever played, and then just all of a sudden becomes like a tier 25 in the middle of it. It has a stupid frame perfect in the ball. There's a bunch of random choke points. It looks like just Zenthic Alpha mid. Also, I didn't even mention this. As you might notice, the levels have been going from 9 circles very abruptly to old shit. Yeah, I beat all of the oldest insane demons. The entire first page on the GDDL, which I already had some of them done, but most of them are in this list. Believe me, not many of them are gonna go high. This was a bad bunch. But yeah, Hazard Sector 1, that's one of the worst of them. Probably one of, if not Zenthic's absolute worst level. It is so fucking atrocious. That UFO. Oh my god, that UFO. I have nightmares about that UFO every single time I take too many drugs. I don't take drugs. But just imagine I do. Alphabet X. Cool. Yes. Here. I think it's worse than Ice Carbon Dust. I think everything about it's like subpar. It looks, okay, it does actually look quite decent, but it plays quite below decent. And then, in general, I don't feel very strongly about it, so my experience kind of guides here, because otherwise I think it really flattens out, and I didn't really enjoy this all that much. Even though it's ship and memory carry, which I'm good at, just the way that this level executes it really didn't click with me. It's quite sad, because it's iconic. It's very important for the game, so. XYZ Step Infinity, you go here. This is such a piece of complete dog shit. I have nothing positive to say about it, once again. Hazard Sector 1's like the gatekeeper of F tier. This is very much a lot lower in F tier. The gap between Finger Dash V3 and Hazard Sector 1 was already 3/4 of a tier. But yeah, XYZ Step Infinity is so atrocious. It is so bad. It has so many god-awful parts. It's oh my god, it's so unbalanced. As Kringles puts it, it has the 4 deadly horsemen in click form right in the middle of the level, and then it throws you into the most awkward ship part ever. Not to mention the entire level is just so stupid. It plays like a buffed Easy Demon, but like a really old one. There's another buffed Easy Demon on this list, and that one doesn't play like this. It's just, I also died to 98, but everybody does, so I wasn't really that surprised. Yeah, I think this is a complete waste of space. I think it's god-awful. I don't even think it's that funny. Dislikes very well deserved, I'll put it like that. The Anus Miracle, well, that's an E tier if I've ever seen an E tier. There, or not. It's the, like, actually the most below average Memory 7-star you've ever seen, and then it just throws a top 75 ship in the middle. It's why? It's better than a 2.1 update, where it just buffed everything to the point that everything was the ship's difficulty. Good lord, man, it's just 45 seconds of waiting, and then you get to the hardest ship part you've ever played, and then I died past it when I passed it the first time. Ugh, it's so bad. But it's the Anus Miracle. The song I had to replace because it was the Guitar Hero Styles cover of Blutterfunk. Not only do I not support that guy, it's also not funny, so I replaced it with my mashup of the Sigma Interface song with Squid Game from SNL. It's like the dumbest thing I've ever made. I'll maybe link all of the mashups I used in the description. We'll see. Probably, yeah, I'll probably just add a Google Drive or whatever. You can probably check it out. Check it out and link in the description. So next up we have, yeah, the Anus Miracle is really that boring. I don't have much else to say. We have Twilight Step V2, which, yeah, this is subpar. I'm sorry you can't fully see it. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I have to zoom out again. No! That almost fit again. Guys, I don't think it's going to fully fit anymore. Oh, no. What now? I keep upscaling or downscaling random scenes. I hope that doesn't completely ruin everything I've ever done in my entire life. This will have to suffice. Yeah, I just don't feel that strong. Well, I feel quite negatively about Twilight Step V2, but I also don't think it's E tier. I just think it's... I haven't been the original Twilight Step, which maybe doesn't help. And the levels around it are just so f***ing shit. Just that I got really unlucky on Twilight Step V2. It has a couple of really weird parts at the end, especially. And in the middle and the, the second quarter, it's just not that well put together. It's not very well thought out. It's just a really weirdly buffed Easy Demon. Though, it's not the worst thing you'll ever play. I'll put it like that. Primary Mace. This is absolutely not the worst thing you'll ever play. This is quite good. Bottom of A tier. Yeah, underneath Arcade Locked of all things. Why is Arcade Locked that high? I hate my own opinions, but I do genuinely think it should be there. Primary Maze is one of the best memory levels I've ever played. It is very well made. It is very nicely put together, though the first 15% or so is way harder than the rest. It's in general just it's a memory for dummies type level where it's one of the first memory levels if you want to get into this difficulty range, or especially if you're good at excels. This is a must play. This will probably come out either in memory or around memory. I genuinely don't know. Probably somewhere in memory. If you like Primary Maze, or if you want to play something good for memory, Primary Maze would be my recommendation for lower end Insane Demons, higher end Hard Demons, that range. Because there isn't really a bad part. It's just that the level ends, or the level continues for like a full minute without a song, because the song ends too early. And there's just a lot of small issues like that, and the pre-drop isn't that good. But besides that, I think it's basically the best memory level of its time. Theory of Troll, which this probably has my shittest mashup. Well, not probably, this definitely has my worst mashup. This is a complete waste of space, but I love it for it. It's 3200 is basically just exactly Theory of Everything, but with some very small changes and buffs here and there. 0 to 30 is buffed beyond recognition. Especially the ship and UFO at the beginning are just atrociously difficult. There's a couple of very infamous ship gaps, for example, that really do showcase that. It's just so funny, though. It's a memory level once again. This one I wouldn't recommend to anybody. Genuinely, I don't think I'd recommend this fucking thing to anybody. But I enjoyed it a lot. and I genuinely like it. It's a funny level. Funny, haha. You go... I put the Blood Room maybe a bit too high. No, actually, no, I do still agree with that. I'm gonna put this at the top of C tier, which is a weird choice once again, because I think the gameplay is, like, god-awful. Not only did I have a really fun time with it, I also think it made me a lot better at old levels, funnily enough, even though it was one of the later ones I did. Yay, another F tier, Extreme Chaos. This is a complete waste of space. It's so bad. It's down there, right? It's right down there with Planet Circles. That's one of my least favorite things I've ever beaten. It is so atrociously buggy. It's Nether, Nether is in general one of my least favorite creators. I don't think they made anything that I've played that's even remotely reasonably okay. The duel is, the first was a UFO ball duel is maybe the single worst part I have ever played in any level, and that says a lot because swiftness is also on this list. Right above it, in fact. Look, they're brothers. But yeah, it's just nothing good about Extreme Chaos either. It is so atrociously fucking buggy. It is so abhorrently buggy. There's not one part that works consistently. It looks like complete ass. It's just a level mashup of a bunch of levels you don't want to play. Yeah, these are really bad taste in my mouth. I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. It is so bad. This will be the last level I'll do in this recording session, so the lighting and all of that might change after I do Creeper Force. Creeper Force. This might be the most mixed I feel on anything, because even while I was playing it, the learning process was like here. Genuinely, this is some of the least fun I've ever had, but then playing it from zero was like here. I really enjoyed playing this from zero. I found it very consistent. It's just not fun to learn in any way, shape, or form. Besides that, it's an iconic level. I fluked the last wave because, haha, f you. I just don't know how to feel about it, truly. So I think I'm just gonna plop it somewhere in the middle here. Because I think, nah, this is probably more like, I do like it more than Clubster Reborn. Like here. Also, I'm gonna switch these two. Creeper Force it's fun once you learn it, but it's so unfun if you haven't. I don't know if it's worth beating, honestly. It might just be one you should sit out, even if you're doing memory and want to do something in this difficulty range. You might as well do something like not at that point, or just look at maybe a lower end Extreme Demon, because the Creeper Force is f***ing hard. The hardest old level I've done, by far. So yeah, that is first little recording session. I'll see you with different lighting and everything, probably. God damn my fucking hair! Starts off like the first part did. Jesus. We are so skibbity back. Next up we have Coronavirus este. No. This level kinda, I thought it was kind of fun, but it's also, I also fluked it, and it's also like the dumbest thing I've ever played. Below Layak. I genuinely don't know. It's a level that I think does the joke pretty well, but that's because I find the joke funny, so that helps a lot. Extra wide. This level's really good. Like bottom of A tier. It's super skill based. It's probably the most random thing I've beaten for this entire challenge. The least. Why would Seal beat this type of level, you know? That's something I thought I would beat, honestly. It's not my skill set. It's very hard. Very hard. I got really unlucky with it, but it's really good. I'd suggest you try it out if you're interested in mid to high end insane demons. Alaka. I don't like Alaka. I really don't. I put it like here. I think it's pretty trash. The gimmicks are kind of cool. It looks pretty bad, the entire level. It's just that it's like 5 minutes and it's full of shitty choke points and weird buggy sections that just don't ever get consistent. You just sit there miserable for hours while trying to beat it. It's so not fun. So yeah, it's deco-wise better than the rest of the tier, but gameplay-wise it might be worse. Speaking of which, Dash It Explodes. This one is going right above Alaka. F you, Alaka. Yeah, it's another case of just really awful, but Dash and Explodes. I mean, it's funny. So is the Anus Miracle. It is so unfathomably buggy. It is such a buggy fucking mess. It doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. It does a frame alignment bug at the drop. Like, fuck off. It does an off-screen click right into a stupid wave. It has so much invisible trash. At least it looks like somewhat okay. It just looks like a really generic 2.1 level that you don't want to play. And it plays, it's just awful. It's just awful. It's not F tier because it doesn't offend me personally. It's just really shit. Okay, Zacharias. Somewhere in the C tier. Probably, because I think this is flawed, for sure. It looks good. Like above Deadlock V2 by Small. The thing with Zacharias is I like the level a lot more than I think the level's better than I like it. That's the way I wanted to say that. It looks really good. It plays very okay-ish. Most of the gameplay is just not that good, honestly. The decoration is even pretty inconsistent, and it just ends with the worst memory cube I've ever played. It's like, f*** off, man. But yeah, it does have some satisfying wave gameplay. The pre-drop is okay, I guess. It looks good, so C tier to me. Nightmare. Nightmare. It's another C tier, like Frozen Jawbreaker level. It's really easy. Some of the least attempts I've taken on any insane demon in the entire game. The least will be coming up very shortly. Or not very short, pretty shortly. Nightmare in general is just a complete catastrophe. It looks like complete ass. I kind of enjoyed it. I think it's pretty funny. Actually, that means it's a tier lower. It's like Alphabet X. Yeah, it's just the game. It's so poorly balanced. It just has an impossible ballpark, several awful waves. But I don't know. It's ship heavy, so I am automatically not the biggest hater. Speaking of which, buff this. This I do hate. E tier. This level is fucking awful. In general, if you're gonna see any pattern, it is that if I've played a level back in the past and I hated it in the past, I will most likely still not like it that much. XYZ Step Infinity is another good example of that. The thing with buff this is just that it's just so bad. It's just awful. It's not made to be good. It's made as a joke, but the joke doesn't fucking work. It looks okay, but it's actually made to be as bad as possible. Not like a fun way or anything. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. It has so many god-awful sections. The strafe fly is the least of your f***ing worries. Shit like the stupid quad spikes. Or especially the ship orbs are the worst part of course. You can skip all of them except for one, fun fact. Don't go for that. I know there's people at home like, it's fun chat. No, don't do that. Also, the LDM just removes obstacles, which is like that. A terrible level, man. Math. What do we do with you? Here. It's a good joke. I'll give it that. It plays stupid awful. It's just full of stupid hitbox choices. The deco is okay, most of the time at least. It has some cool parts, it has some cool ideas, but it just nerfed Aftermath, but it buffed the robot. You know, the worst part of Aftermath. So, what did you think was gonna happen? Did you think this was gonna be good? So yeah, that's my very short opinion on it. I did use a peak mashup though, so that does help. Sound Journey. Somehow not the only level using this song on the list. I actually kind of like this. I'm gonna put it above Coronavirus. Also above Layak, because also above Goldbucks, actually. Sound Journey is just such a weird level. It is very satisfying. I don't think it looks terrible. It looks okay. It has some really funky duels. It has some really amazing ball gameplay, except for the last ball, which sucks complete dick. The rest of the ball parts are really fucking good. Such a weird level. Such a weird level. I don't know how to feel about it, but I do think I like it overall. I enjoyed it. It is extremely unbalanced, but it's unbalanced in like a cool way. It does have some big hitbox issues though, which is why it goes into B instead of A. Soulless. Whereas the middle of the middle, there, I beat this at 252 attempts. I have no clue what I think of this. It is super easy if you're good at ship and wave. It was my 99th insane demon. Yeah, that's about it. It's just not very special. It's soulless. It's not soulless at all. It's actually very funny. But yeah, if you're good at wave and ship, beat this. It's basically a free insane demon, but it is shit. Don't get me wrong. It is very shit. It's in the awful pack for a reason. Speaking of which, my 100th insane demon, Destruction of God. Where in F tier do we put you? Probably right at the top. Yeah, right at it's the gatekeeper of F tier, because I think the level, this is like the funniest level in the game to me. It's one of the worst things I have ever beaten, and I can't really take that away from it. It is just such a disastrous piece of balancing, of game design, of off-screen transitions, of awful fucking sections, of bugs. It's so long. It is so garbage. It's top 30 IDL too. Doesn't help. Christ almighty, it's so fucking bad. Though it is extremely funny. And also, it lags like a bitch. The last two parts combined have 80,000 objects somehow. So yeah, there's an entire video in the works on just Destruction of God, for the record, so you'll hear my more detailed opinions on every single section, like Bazinga, for example, in that video. but that'll be in a bit. Quest for Perfection. It's like math, but slightly better. The duel sucks. It really sucks. There's a lot of really small changes from Cataclysm to my muscle memory, but that's a skill issue. This is one of Laser Blist's is the less interesting works to me. That's kind of it. It looks pretty good. I'll give it that. It just doesn't play that well. Yeah, not very good. Speaking of not very good, F tier time. Love Baba fucking sucks. Yeah, Love Baba fucking sucks. Don't play Love Baba. I feel like that's a pretty obvious thing to say, but still I'm gonna say it. Don't play Love Baba. This looks pretty shit, but we'll deal with it. You're far enough into the video that you should like and subscribe anyway. Right in. Fucking right in, man. What a dumb level. No, wait, I didn't talk about Love Baba at all. Before we get to the secret level. Ooh, I cut that out. Ooh. Love Baba is just a catastrophe. It was made to be bad, just did too good of a job to me. It is so awful. It also fails at the job because the first half is the worst half. The half that looks okay-ish, I guess, maybe? If you squint from a distance, that part is okay. But then everything else sucks. It is so atrocious. It is just, you try to beat the UFO simulator and then do the stupid transition simulator and then don't choke like me twice simulator and then try not to die to the lost quad or Sanctuple Spike simulator, which somehow I didn't. It looks awful. It plays awful. It is awful. It's below Hazard Sector 1. Who the f am I kidding? It's so trash. Though I'm happy I've beaten it, because now I can say I've beaten Love Baba with 3 coins. Right in. Still a voice spoiled. Yeah, this is like the quintessential D tier. It's like there. It's just a bunch of ship. That's it. It's just a ship heavy, easy tier, insane demon spreadsheet level. It's just I think the song is the worst part of the level, which I can already see people going down to dislike the video. If you do, might as well subscribe. Right-in is, yeah, I don't like the song. I think the deco is quite funny. It's just so yellow and purple. The balancing is atrocious as per usual with levels I beat. And it's a level I've always wanted to beat, but I've never really liked. It's one of those really weird cases. So, yeah, quite the wacky level, to say the least. But I don't think it's very good, and I don't think it's worth your time. Speaking of which, Icar 2. This is also in D tier. Probably very low in D tier. I didn't like Icar 2. Not gonna lie, it's below Chroma. Icar 2, I feel like, I mean, it is so fucking funny. It is so fucking funny. In funny score, it's one of the best on this entire list. But holy mother of God, it is so bad to play. It has so many invisible hitboxes everywhere. I hate the UFOs in this level so much. And then it also has, I mean, the first 10% is really hard, but it got really consistent for me, so that wasn't even a big issue. It's just the everything around it that sucked for me. So yeah, maybe not as bad as I'm making it out to be, but I just really didn't like it, though. If it's just on enjoyment, it would be around 9 Circle X. If it's on entire level, it's really funny, so I'll give it credit there. Okay, buffed easy demon time. Journey into sound. I told you we would get back to sound journey. This is extremely mid at best. I mean, is this mid? I enjoyed it, but it's such a piece of shit. It's just a buffed easy demon with every consequence that comes with it. I don't think this deserves any attention. E tier. If you want a really ship and wave heavy buffed easy demon, insane demon that's around the difficulty of Acropolis, well, if you asked for that, it's there. I don't know why you would ask for that, but if you did, there you go. Journey into sound. Excellent level. Slaughterhouse. Speaking of E tier, there you go. What a piece of shit. Actually, this is lower. I'd say it's actually like here. Slaughterhouse is awful. It is so bad. Also, if you didn't know this yet, I mostly pick bad levels. Surprise, surprise, knowing me. Slaughterhouse by Havoc. This is not the extreme demon. Yeah, it's atrocious. It is really bad. It's a level that is infamously bad. It only got popular because of Slaughterhouse the extreme demon. People are like, that's how it's called Slaughterhouse. Drink on that, bitch. That's basically the reason it got popular in the first place. Or, well, it got popular again. It's a Havoc level. I hate Havoc's levels. He also made Formula X. F you for that. Yeah, Slaughterhouse is pretty terrible. It has some god-awful gameplay. Basically in every part, but especially, once again, UFOs and timing parts are just... Oh, and the wave. Oh my god, that mini wave transition. Just remembered that. Holy shit, that level is trash. Don't play Slaughterhouse by Havoc. Banger alert, the end. Yeah, it's amazing. It is really good. I was hoping I'd like it. This is the second to last level on the list. Poetically, the end of the Insane Demon Challenge. It's also one of the hardest ones I've done. The top 5 hardest, if I had to quickly just guess. Okay, T Golden 3 difficulty is number 1. Then Demon List. So the end is the 5th hardest. I just checked, just to be sure. Then Dark Rainbow Rebirth, then, what was it? Deadlock V2 by Small, then Destruction of God, then T-Colon 3. So, basically, top 5 hardest in the challenge. I beat this pretty quickly. It's really consistent. I didn't find the duel to be terribly difficult, compared to a lot of the other parts in the level. In general, I thought it was very well... It's pretty sloppily put together. That's the only reason it's not above. The end is one of the best looking levels in the entire game, though. But the gameplay being a bit iffy here and there. There's a lot of really weird hitbox jank. Just in general, it doesn't feel very well polished in the gameplay side of things. It's fun for sure, but it's just not. You'll just die to something. And you're like, what the f? Why is there a spike on this roof? Who asked for a spike on this roof? And it's just a bunch of shit like that. So that does get kind of annoying, but besides that, I think it's a pretty incredible level. Last but certainly not least, it's windy landscapes. I get the hype. It's really good. Windy landscapes there. It's just a really good woogie level. I mean, most of you have beaten it if you're watching this. It's first half heavy for sure. I always thought it would be second half heavy, but it's really not. The duels aren't even remotely close to the hardest part, though they are to me, though probably the shittiest part. The level looks really good. I like the fact that it uses a lot of rotating objects to simulate the feeling of actual wind going by. I really like that detail. There's just a lot of things about Windy Landscape that I really like, and I do think it's a really good pick for your first Insane Demon. So for anybody that did that and was boring, I completely understand. I picked Space Lock 2 by Laser Blitz. I picked a learnier level than you somehow. So yeah, this is the tier list. Do I want to make any last minute changes? I probably do. Let's see. Going from bottom to top, we have Planet Circles. Yes. Then Extreme Chaos, then Finger Dash V3, not Infinite Circle, XYZ Step Infinity, Love Baba, Hazard Sector 1, Destruction of God. That feels about right. The F tier is pretty much secured. Maybe Swiftness will join it. I don't think so. Swiftness, the bottom of E tier, because I got lucky on it. If I didn't get lucky on it, this would be in the middle of F tier. I fluked the Lost Ship, and for those who have beaten it, will call me a cheater, but I also died to the rest of the duel like 5 or 6 times, so I didn't fluke it, so it's fine. I don't have recording, and I hate myself for that. Then Slaughterhouse, yes. Nice Circle X, sure. Alaka, sure. Dash and Explode, yeah. The Anus Miracle Catastrophic buff this Journey into Sound. Icar 2 goes there, actually. I hate Icar 2. Chroma, I think I was too cruel on Chroma, I'm not gonna lie. Chroma is not this low. It's so wave heavy. It is a D tier for sure, though. I'd put it right here, actually. Maybe even higher. Nah. I'll put Purple Kingdom lower, though. So we have Twilight Step V2, that goes into E tier. Rebellion, which, yeah, that's like the quintessential bottom of D tier to me. And Raiden, yeah. Chroma, yeah. Purple Kingdom, I do like Purple Kingdom more than Chroma. I'll give you guys that. Supersonic, Nightmare, Supersonic, Alphabet X, Math, Quest for Perfection, Ice Carbon Dust. Okay, I'll probably move Quest for Perfection up to C tier, actually. Which means I have to zoom out again. Quest for Perfection, then Zenthig Alpha. I'm actually going to put that below. Frozen Jawbreaker, which I sadly also don't have a recording of, so I hope no, I do have a recording of it, but it's a hacked recording, sadly. It's the most boring level on the list anyway, so who cares? Clubstep Reborn's Deadlock V2 is small, which I like more than Zicarius. Creeper Force, Soulless, Dark Rainbow Rebirth, Golden Shade, Crying Souls, The Blood Room, and Theory of Troll. I think I'm gonna put Crying Souls a tier higher, because I really enjoyed Crying Souls, and I think it's pretty funky. Theory of Troll borderline is, B tier feels right too. I don't know why. Okay, Crying Souls, then we have T-Colon 3, Coronavirus, Layak, Glabuxa, Sound Journey, Dark Travel, then Extra Wide, Primary Maze, Windy Landscape, Arcade Locked. Okay, Extra Wide, Primary Maze, Arcade Locked, Windy Landscape. I do like Windy Landscape better than Arcade Locked now. And then the end in yes, is my favorite level I've beaten for this challenge. Surprising me as well, don't get me wrong. I didn't think I'd like the entirety of that level as much as I do. I think it's really great. Alright, now, finally, this is once again recorded a couple days later, so if it looks weird and different again, that's why. This is the results. So this is the final little results thingy of the challenge I did, or this is the final results of the competition, of the submissions thing. We have a top 4. I wanted to do a top 3, but both the first and the third place are ties, so I just decided to do a top 4 instead. We ball. So in 4th place and in 3rd place, we have Servo and Hughes, Matt. So I checked all of them except for Servo's, because Servo is definitely 4th. Both Servo and Hughes got, what is it, 23? Yeah, 23 points. I just think that Hughesmat's is a bit cleaner because it doesn't have... It has a perfect tier in comparison to Serba, who has a very cluttered S tier. He's actually got it right to the down to the placement, so that's how I break ties. Also, in general, everybody got the C and D tier completely f***ing wrong. Everybody did. Not one person got even remotely close. Those were by far the hardest tiers to get any points in, so if you got anything there, you should be proud of yourself. See, that's 4th and 3rd place, GG to you two. Then 2nd, we have the person who suggested this thing entirely, Aquatic, who got 26. This is his tier list, very clean, but once again, very much a lot missing in the middle bits. He tied with number 1, just that number 1 got a perfect tier, so number 1 wins, which is, where is he, where is my man? Oh, there he is. Pulsar, who got a perfect S tier, so he wins by a smidge. But it's still a win, you know? So GG to you, GG to all 4 of you for actually getting somewhat close. I didn't expect anybody to get remotely close. Yeah, that's it. Back to me from the past for the outro. So yeah, that's the tier list. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. I know this is probably not the first memory video you would have expected from me. I do have a thing in the works, or I have a thing in the thought bank, which is just doing the old levels. I'm gonna go through, what is it, all of the really old levels. I've been the first page of the GDDL in terms of ancientanity. But besides that, I don't really have many plans for memory this year, so don't expect a lot. But yeah, I at least hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, please come back later. I don't know. I hope this comes out this week. Jesus. And I just hope you all have a good one. No, wait, I have to do the outro. Will this tier list change in the future? Well, that's for next time. There you go.